Howdy my friends, and welcome to a new LP. This is a special project here because it is actually a project over my own Zombies Ate My Neighbor's hack. And by the way, this is Sky Hurricane 89. I should have already said that, but hope that you're having a very good day and hope that you're looking forward to this project. We're going to start off with Zeke here, and I'm going to explain what we're doing. Revive from their slumber, level 1, hungry zombies. And I know the level name for this one probably was pretty generic, but I really appreciate a lot of you that have helped me, and you know, I showed that on my intro video. This is one I came up with on my own, but I'm pretty proud of the level design, and what I'll be doing in this is I'm gonna play through every level, and I'm gonna be doing this in password runs because, to be honest, I still haven't quite worked out all the little quirks, you know. The last time I tried to play through the whole game, I had encountered a little glitch about midway through, and you know, every time I encounter a glitch, and so it's still a work in progress, but it should be completely perfected by the time I make it uploadable for everybody, which is my ultimate plan, is to get it to where everybody can play this hack, which I really look forward to that. But man, y'all, it took so long, so many hours to get this hack ready. You know, which, like I said, there's still a few little things. There's a cross behind that tree, by the way, and there's a skeleton key behind this tree, which you want to grab if you want to go up here. I hide a lot of stuff behind trees in this hack, so when in doubt, look behind the trees. You find all kinds of goodies. I hide a lot of essential things like crosses and stuff in certain levels where you need a lot of crosses, because I really do put a lot of vampires in this hack. Oh, did I just spoil that? Flamethrower behind that tree, by the way. Definitely want to grab that for later. But the first few levels really are pretty easy, so mainly what I'll be doing is just kind of talking about generally what this project's going to do here. Eventually, I do want to do a full 100% playthrough where I go through the whole game non-stop without passwords. But for right now, what I'm doing in this is I'm going to show you how to get every victim, so you'll know where all 10 victims are in every level. That's one main reason I'm doing it this way. And also, I can't use save states with this emulator I'm using. I'm using the BSNES, which is the only emulator that I can get to work for my hack. And I'm using that emulator, and it only works. That's the only one it'll work with, and it won't let you do save states or anything. So I can't really save my progress. I have to play through the whole game in like one sitting, you know. Which, you know, I can, of course, stop and take breaks. But as far as saving it and, you know, playing it another day, I can't do that. So it all has to be kind of done at the same time. So, you know, that's how that is. But I really like this bonus level. I really like the design that I did here. I like this. I named it Maze of the Tentacles. Really, it's not extremely maze-like. It's not a difficult maze at all to find your way through, I don't think. Now, those tourists I rescued earlier, they can be high risk, but now this cheerleader to the left, she's, oh gosh, as you see, she's very, very high risk. And you definitely, after rescuing those tourists, you definitely want to kind of retreat to the right, you know, so hopefully they despawn, which, you know, it didn't really work in my favor, but I still ended up getting her. Yeah, the thing about the tentacles is, I didn't really know this before, but even though you can put the spawning point well away from a victim, the tentacles have a wide range, a wide radius from which they can spawn. And especially I noticed that on later levels when I put the tentacle spawning point way outside of a house, you know, and the tentacle spawns inside the house and gets a victim, you know. Which that's really annoying when that happens, man. I love that flamethrower. It takes this tentacle. Of course, you know, tentacles are pretty easy anyway, you know, to take out. Only two shots with the water pistol. And they're just spawning like crazy, man. This is a good level to farm on. Get us some 1-up there. I really like tentacles. You know, I don't really think they had enough love in the original game. You can actually jump in the water there, kind of a little. It's hard to tell which palette, which tiles to use, because some of them you can go through, some of them you can't. It takes so much trial and error, you know, because you have to edit in the level editor, then you have to try the level out, you have to load the whole emulator, you know, and then try it out, and then, you know, you have to get to whatever level it is that you got to get to, and it's a long process to test it out, and very, very time consuming. It took me an average of 3 to 4 hours for every level. So you can imagine 55 levels, 3 hours each. Yeah, do the math. Quite a few hours I put into this. Quite a few, way too many. But you know, I'm pretty pleased with it. There's a military dude in there inside that little crypt that I made there. I thought that's pretty neat. I don't know, that's just me, but get us across behind that palm tree. And there's a Pandora's box behind that palm tree to the right there, which I'll get in a minute. After rescuing dude in the pool who acts like there's absolutely nothing going wrong, even though there's a huge, humongous ant just to the north of him. But anyway, you know, and of course zombies all around. Get us a medical kit down here, which is kind of hard to see, but grabbed it nonetheless. But oh yeah, something else. I actually did upload this hack so that you viewers can play it. However, I had a little minor problem. You know, I tested it myself first on my other computer, and when I downloaded it, Mediafire for some reason really does not like me. I ended up getting some viruses, which was no problem because I have really good virus protection, you know, and it cleaned it all off just like that, or it stopped it before it really got the virus. But a lot of the stupid files that try to download with the hack, you gotta decline all that crap, or else, you know, a lot of them contain viruses, which you definitely don't want. But anyway, I was kind of speeding through it too much, and I didn't read them all, and I was like, oh heck, you know. I ended up downloading some of them, and of course, you know, a virus. But as I was like, heck, I don't want y'all to have to worry about that, you know. So, you know, I was going to end up still leaving it up, but when I actually tried out the hack, for some reason, it wouldn't let me open it. Even when I downloaded the BSNES emulator, I got the BSNES emulator to work, but for some reason, I couldn't get it to open my Zombies Ate My Neighbors hack. So I'm still trying to figure out, and I'll get it all situated. Still trying to figure it out though. And hopefully within a couple weeks I'll get it to where y'all can play it. That's my goal. But yeah, it seems like just when I think I'm done, you know, with this, I'm not, you know. Which I kind of put in the description of my intro video that's still kind of a work in progress. It's pretty much done, but not so done at the same time. Of course, you can hear Dr. Tongue cackling, so you know he's in this level. Dr. Tongue's newest castle. And there were a few little glitches with the castle levels, and also pyramid levels, which we'll see later on. But yeah, Frankenstein's on level 3, man. Oh, you gotta love that. You gotta love it. Yeah, I really enjoyed the making the castle levels. I think the castle and the pyramid levels were my favorites to make. I don't know, I really like making the levels with houses too. I had a lot of fun making houses. I don't know, it was really fun. I mean, I'm not really complaining about all the hours I spent on this and about me being tired. Of course I'm tired as much as I spent on it, but it really was, honestly, it was a blast making it. Time consuming, and you know, of course I don't have much of a life anyway. You know, I teach, you know, all day, and then I come home and, you know, grade papers and all that. And then on the weekends, this is what my life consists of, is, you know, trying to make videos and you know, like I actually finally washed my car this last Saturday. You know, after pretty much finishing the hack, you know, which was the first time I washed it in I don't even remember how many months, at least 3 or 4. Pretty sad, pretty sad. Oh, monster baby. But yeah, you see the lightning right there? The lightning is not animated. It actually, if you cross it, you will lose health, but it actually never, you know, it, like in the original and the other hacks, it doesn't really animate. It just kind of stays like that. So I really, after like the first couple levels, I didn't really use it very much. And also the spikes, you saw the spikes down below, they don't do anything. They don't animate. which really sucks, you know. But a few little things I'm still trying to figure out like that, and still work in progress. You know, I figure within the next few months I'll still kind of work on it and try to figure out those few little things. Yeah, I really like this level. Every monster's worst nightmare, the trampoline. Yeah, very unique level. Now, every person I put in this level is a trampoline girl. I'm not gonna lie, because you're gonna say in a few seconds anyway as I go through this level. But this level actually, even though it only has trampoline girls, and you notice this is one of the few levels where I didn't edit the palette too much. A lot of it's the same as the original level 4. But I did make some changes, you'll notice. I did make quite a few changes, but some of it's very similar. Now, only this level and level 43 were the only ones. The other levels I completely redone. Well, no, I take that back. 33 also was slightly similar to the original. But yeah, even though this level only has trampoline girls and stuff, it's very difficult because you have the enemies. You have vampires, and you also have ants and stuff that I've kind of thrown in there. Jelly blobs. So, much more difficult than the original, in my opinion. The Chainsaw Maniacs really are the least of your worries. You know, in the original, the vampires really were no problem. I mean, there were only 10 in the whole game in the original. And I don't even know how many, because I don't know how many I put in this hat, because I didn't add them all together, and I hadn't been able to do a full playthrough non-stop of this game, but yeah, there are a lot. I'd say over 30 that I put in it. And the bad thing is, when you get on those trampolines sometimes, is you can get stuck like I did there, but you can always bazooka yourself out. If you don't have any bazooka shots, you're pretty much screwed though, unfortunately. So keep that in mind. I think that can also happen in the original too, and in the other hacks, you can get stuck, you know, jumping off the trampoline. Maybe not so much in the original, but definitely in the other hacks, I've had that happen. Yeah, see, well, it didn't work. Yeah, see, she's there, but she's not showing up. That's the thing about the trampoline girls is it will only show one at a time. The other ones will not show. Yeah, you can see the differences there. I made some houses and stuff that I put in this level. And this will be uploaded I'm not going to upload it as much as I did Croc, because I do want to do featured comments. I want to show that, kind of like I did in some of my previous projects. And I'll probably put those at the end of the video instead of at the beginning. And, you know, where I do just a short little session of featured comments, you know, 30 seconds or so. And I don't know, I might put it at the beginning or the ending. I hadn't decided yet. And, the Chainsaw Maniac. But yeah, we actually had to find a skeleton key in this one, you know, so, yeah. I don't know. The spy don't have trampoline girls. Of course, you can't lose any of the victims, but this level can be pretty tough, you know, regarding the enemies at least. And you can really farm a lot of points on those fires. They're 400 a pop, and they spawn rapidly out of those fireplaces. Really rapidly. You know, some levels the enemies really spawn rapidly, and some levels don't. I noticed the boss levels really spawn rapidly. Like 4, 8, 12. All those levels really spawn like crazy. The enemies do. Oh, I forgot I put tentacles in this level. Works though. And our last trampoline girl. And she can't even be killed by the pod plant. Oh y'all, this hack's gonna be so cool. But this is pretty much the end of this video here. And yeah, every Wednesday and Saturday is what I'm planning on, Lord willing. And featured comments, and we're going to be rescuing every victim, every neighbor. And I really look forward to your feedback on this project. You know, it's still a work in progress, so any suggestions you have, please let me know. I gladly look forward to any feedback. And I want to thank y'all very much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share if you haven't done so already. And as always, y'all, stay awesome.